sat down with filmmaker Conrad Smeltz in his North Hollywood apartment for an exclusive interview. This is part 1 of the 5-part series. Hi everyone, welcome. I'm sitting here with acclaimed filmmaker Conrad Smeltz, who is the visionary behind such beloved and daring works such as Contrarian, Simply Put, and Verses of Woe, as well as over 200 other feature films. Conrad, thanks for being here. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. Now, Conrad. Yeah. I'm gonna jump right in. Over your career, you've been called all sorts of things by your fans. A lot of labels people want to put on you, as people are apt to do. Can I go over a few? Please, yes. I'll just read a few off here. Let's see. An artist, a visionary, a creator, a shaper, a maestro, a provocateur, an inspiration. Yes, an inspiration. A genius, a craftsman. Authentic, true. The voice of not only your generation, but of all generations. Mm-hmm. Yes, all of these things. Yes, all of these. Let me ask you, Conrad, what label best sums you up? What do you prefer people call you? I gotta say, I liked all of them. They're all more than accurate. Your favorite? I've gotta say, visionary. I liked visionary. That is good. But my favorite, I've gotta say, genius really struck me as you, as me, you. Yes, as me. It struck me as me. Conrad, let me ask you. This is your first on-camera interview. Do I have that right? Yes, that's right. So before now, your fans only got to know you through your work. Yes, and I preferred it that way. Then why now? Why here? It's frankly surprising to me that you haven't appeared on, multiple late night shows with the number of films you release. I think I'm misunderstood as an artist. A lot of my work is read wrong. And it's complex. It's difficult, and so I understand the confusion. So I thought I'd take the time now to explain and go over my my expansive filmography and answer a few questions. Oh, and I have been asked to be interviewed. Oh, countless times, and you decline every time. Interesting. Why is that? There's 2 things I despise. 2? Yes, 2. Pageantry and a late-night talk show host. I find them utterly chummy and completely full of themselves. Any in particular you especially hate? Who don't I? Let's see. Letterman, Kimball, Fallman. But Leno? You like Leno? I especially hate him. Daytime talk shows. Well, then it truly is an honor to be your first, as it should be. Conrad, I've got to ask. You are, more than any filmmaker I know, so involved in literally every aspect of the movie-making process. You write, direct, act in, edit, score, produce, and release all of your own films. That sounds incredibly taxing. How do you do it? I mean, I immerse myself in my artistic process. I completely lose myself in the work I create. And I come out of every project, frankly, better and stronger because of it. I'm completely 100% committed to the characters I've created, and I'm always in character through the entirety of a production. Interesting. You say you're always in character. Well, yes, I wrote the piece as, a character, so while I'm directing, while I'm in edit, I am Stanley Calendar. From Stanley, Oh My Stanley. Yes, of course, your first film. I completely inhabit a role. I do not let go of him or her until the final cut has been made. I wrote it as Stanley. I act as Stanley. I direct as Stanley. I edit as Stanley. It is my vision from start to finish. You see, I believe art isn't created by committee. It's created by me. On part 2 of One on One, I'd like to talk about recent works of yours. You just released a trailer for your new murder mystery noir genre film, Box Office Slash, where you play Detective Hambone Lynx.
My father was a projectionist, but unlike him, I went into the business of justice. After the worst crime I could have imagined, I decided to hang it up for good. They told me no. I told them yes. They asked me to stay. I said I really should be going. They stopped me. I refused, and I left. And I turned my back and never did look back. But now, to save my own projectionist father's life, I must go back into the business I swore I'd never go back to. And to the very place I promised my daddy I would never, ever go. Oh my God. Looks as though someone had a killer weekend at the box office. Ugh.